So, hello.
Hello,
Who are you and where are you from?
my name is Alan McElroy. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I've lived in New Zealand for some time. I'm a citizen now. I have the black passport.
Ooh,
I know it's
fancy.
fancy. Yeah.
It is actually quite a pretty passport. All right, so what do you do?
I do stand-up comedy, and I run and host my own comedy quiz company for pubs. So that's my day job. And then comedy at the weekend, some acting. I was just acting and stuff in Wellington a few weeks ago. And writing, I write stuff. I do loads of stuff.
Yeah,
I
a
keep
little bit of
busy.
everything.
Yeah.
Can you describe your event to someone who was just like walking in knowing nothing?
My show?
Yeah. So
Right.
if they just walked in, like, how would you describe that?
Right. There's a lot. It's called mistaken identity, right? And there's different levels of mistaken identity. One is where people think they've seen me somewhere and I didn't say hello, and I've lost a friend over this. He goes, you didn't say hello to me. I said I wasn't in that place, right? I wasn't in Ellerslie Village at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
I don't even eat baked goods, right? I said it definitely wasn't me. So we argued and then blah blah blah. I've been mistaken for people on TV. I've been mistaken for what's his name? Fucking Simply Red. So I have good ones and bad ones. So the show was a bit about that, but the main part, and then also internet scammers. So when you get a weird message on Instagram from a friend saying, "Hey, Alan," or have you got a few minutes to help me out with something? You know it's a scam. So I wound them up. I wind them up. Scam phone calls. I press record straight away and I wind them up. I had one the other day about some insurance scam, and I record them. So I put them in this show basically. So part of the show is to help people beware of dodgy people on the internet. But another big part of the show is there's a famous film director called Alan B. McElroy, and he's African American, and our IMDb's have gotten mixed up, right? And people keep thinking I'm him, even though we look completely different, right? So on
Bizarre.
his IMDb, he wrote Spawn, Tekken, Wrong Turn, a lot of these movies, and he also wrote jokes for 7 Days, according to IMDb, and he also acted in Shortland Street for a few episodes, right? So it's weird. The IMDb is weird, and anyone with common sense would realize. But I've got inundated with people demanding a job on my movie, which I'm not making. Alan McElroy is making the movie,
Yeah.
so they're sending in their CVs. So during lockdown, I got bored and I just start giving them tasks to do, right?
Oh
Different,
God.
and they sent all this stuff into me. I had to sack one guy because he wouldn't give me a straight answer. So I had these two actors, and yeah, so they said we want to audition. And I said, fuck it, just audition. So I said, send me a tape with you reciting Hickory Dickory Dock, right?
Mhm.
To one guy, I said, can you do it in a really intense Scouse accent? And the other girl, she was obsessed with Donald Glover. And I said, can you wear the beard and do it in an impression of Donald Glover, right?
Oh
And then
my
I got
God.
this French composer got in touch and said, have you got someone to make the music for your new movie? And I said, perfect. I need you. Can you do Hickory Dickory Dock in a French style? Right. And this went back and forth, back and forth. And in the end, he annoyed me. So I sacked him. I fired him from the film. Right.
Yeah.
But then I still sent the music. So I edited all that together with the two actors saying their bits and the
You made a
music
film.
all together. Yeah, in a little film. And like when I start getting inundated, people they just didn't they when I said I'm not him, they didn't believe me. So then I just gave up and I had fun. But yeah, so that's basically what the show is. It's silly, it's a lot of fun, and it's
That
a bit mad.
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
yeah,
so
I
weird.
really want to go now. So you've done a
Oh,
great
you
job
should. You can
of
get free tickets. You work there.
my last question would be, what does Dunedin Fringe mean to you?
I've done it about 3 or 4 times in a row. I love it. I love the city. I love the vibe. I just think it's a cool place, and it doesn't really feel like it doesn't feel like I'm in Auckland, or it doesn't feel like I'm in Wellington. It just feels very kind of European to me. Everyone's a lot friendlier than some other festivals, a bit more personable. You can have a chat and have a laugh. And for someone like me that I can't focus, I forget deadlines, I forget stuff like this very meeting. And you know what I mean? If it was a different festival, they may turn around and go, "No, that was your chance. Go fuck yourself." So and I'm always doing it. I'm always forgetting stuff. So I just it's always been lovely. That makes sense.